Yo, chat, we here live. This is my first react video. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we can only go up from here. I was talking to my homeboy earlier, and apparently we got an Avengers Doomsday sneak peek of a trailer. So yeah, they're done. We're about to go see what's what, and yeah, I don't know what that is on the side, but yeah, 2 days. Is this really it right here? Like, all right, let's see. That's gotta be. Is that Steve? I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming. I gotta show that part. It look like Trump. Bro. No! Steve Rogers, rear return, and Avengers Doomsday. Vibes. No, wait. Baby. Bro, no. Hold on. Wait. Whoa. No. My bad. Something sitting right with this. Something sitting right with this. Yeah, this is a fan made concept. You mother. Bro, can I just get. What is this? Oh, you know what? I bet you. I can't believe we set through that. So we gotta look for the bro. How come Marvel? Okay, Marvel, you can do all this other extra shit, but you can't motherfucking set it up to where your trailers can be like accessed first before all the other bullshit. Like, come on, what's going on? I know I said trailer, but maybe need teaser trailer. Yeah, let's try that. I told you it's my first one. Okay, you know what? Let's watch Charlie. Huge fan of Emergency
There's even
Awesome.
a lot of teasers baked into the Russo
Wait.
brothers teasers.
Oh, pause it. Pause it. God. I say, Jesus, 11 months, 29 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, 58 seconds, and still counting. You gonna hear me say that, and
Welcome
it's
back,
not what it
everyone.
is now.
It's Charlie. The
Oh,
Russos released an official Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer and the Thor teaser trailer that's supposed to be playing in front of Avatar Fire and Ash next week has
which
already
I haven't
gotten
seen.
out. So we'll break it all down. There's a bunch of Easter eggs here. As you could probably see, there's even a lot of teasers baked into the Russo brothers teaser that they released. This is just the beginning. The reason why the Russos released an official version isn't because of the leaks, it's just because the official marketing for Avengers Doomsday began in a formal way. Like the actual people at Marvel are purposefully releasing stuff. As far
My
as we
bad.
know,
Y'all can hear
maybe they
this.
were behind some of the leaks too the past couple of days. We joke about this all the time, but Marvel really does leak stuff on purpose sometimes to purposely generate hype. Like they turn Tom Holland, Mark
I believe
Ruffalo's
it.
Spoiler Bros into actual marketing energy for
I
themselves.
believe it. And it's
Starting at the
genius.
beginning here, the whole idea is the Russo brothers posted a countdown, essentially, counting down to the actual release date next year in December 2026. The actual date that the first showing of the movie will be in theaters, like the earliest you could possibly see it, unless you're able to steal into Marvel's vaults and grab a copy of the movie early. We joke about that, but I remember a couple days before Avengers
Why
Endgame
she
hit
looks so
theaters worldwide,
disgusted?
and it
Like,
was a simulcast, so it aired around
you
at the
eat your
exact same
popcorn like
time in
that?
every single country. Just a couple days before that, somebody grabbed a copy of basically like the entire end of the movie and posted it online. It was crazy, like the biggest leak you could possibly imagine. In the
No.
middle of the countdown, though, the Russo brothers teaser glitches out and it spells Doomsday in text. If you ever had a calculator and you played with it as a little kid in class and made it say all kinds of crazy stuff, that's basically
Boobs.
what happens here.
Let's
At
just
the
be
beginning,
honest.
the slate depicts a particular scene in the movie that they were
Boobs.
filming. The way you read the slate numbers is it's roll A12 of the camera that they're using. It's a camera roll, like actual film roll, but because Marvel films everything digitally, it's not an actual physical camera roll like Christopher Nolan films on actual film cameras for a
Mm.
while. Scene A5 means it's at the very beginning of the movie. It's the fifth scene of the A camera roll or first hard drive, the very, very beginning. And it's the second take of the scene they're doing, meaning they filmed the scene multiple times because somebody messed up the first take, like take one, or they didn't like it, or Robert Downey Jr., if it's really him in the scene, wanting to try something different with another take on the scene, which they do often.
I'm not gonna lie, I remember this. I was I was Elizabeth Olsen in this scene. Like,
Hold on. If we don't play that back, I'm canceling the press tour.
I think they chose this particular scene for the slate to depict in the teaser here because it's probably Robert Downey
when
Jr.'s
Civil War
Doctor
was
Doom.
coming
There's
out,
a
it was
scene with him,
mad
and
dope.
the whole theme of the
Not gonna hold
movie
you.
is Doomsday, a day for doom, both metaphorical and literally the character coming for the MCU, the X-Men universe, and the Fantastic Four's universe, like all the characters. Your Doom is coming, the Doom of the MCU, but also Doctor Doom is coming. The Agbo
That's
logo next to the
right.
Marvel Studios logo on the slate is just the name of the Russo brothers' production company, Agbo Films. You see it all over the place now. At the bottom of the slate, this is typically the way that slates look in Hollywood when they're filming movies or TV shows. At the bottom of the slate, it says their names as directors, and their cinematographer on this film is Newton Thomas Sigel. He also did the Russo brothers' Tom Holland movie, Cherry, a couple years ago, so he's worked with them before. Supposedly, the Russos are also going to release something official tomorrow. It might just be a poster for the movie. Whatever it winds up being, I will include it in one of my bonus videos. Or if it's like an actual full trailer, of course, I will do a video for that too. But I'm not expecting a full trailer. In the leaked Thor teaser trailer that's supposed to be releasing next week, it's actually
Oh.
him in a forest praying as if he's praying to Odin in Valhalla, saying, "Of all the crowns, the kingdoms, the pride, I ask for none. Father, hear your son. I am not worthy of life, but still I beg you to let the thread lengthen." He's talking
Mm.
about the thread of his life. It's also meant to be a reference to Loki's multiverse tree with
So yeah, my bad, chat. I thought it dropped today. Apparently, it dropped next week. Facts were, but yeah, we reacting to this trailer though. So this.
the threads of timelines in the multiverse. He goes on to say, "Not for thunder, not for war, let me remain long enough to see my love once more." And it's a reference to his adopted daughter, Love, from the end of Thor Love and
Oh yeah,
Thunder,
yeah,
the
yeah.
actual
Forgot
character,
about her.
who in real life is actually his daughter that they just put in the movie. That is his real life daughter. In the
How did I
context of
not
the
know that?
MCU, it's Gore's daughter that was then rebirthed, like brought back by Eternity, which is why the movie Thor Love and Thunder coined her as the child of Eternity. Also, the reason why she has so much power. Eternity is the living embodiment of the MCU itself, the
Bro, I swear
616
this
universe,
thing
just
probably
one
picking
universe.
up on
So, in
all of
all the
that up
different
there.
universes, there's a different
Jesus.
version of Eternity across the multiverse. There are versions of the same characters in almost every single universe in all the Marvel movies, but for a couple really, really special characters or very powerful characters, there's only one version for the entire multiverse. Galactus is a good example of that. Like, there's one Galactus for the entire multiverse. It's a little bit different in the
Man,
comics than it is in the
okay. Yeah, I
actual
was about to
movies and the
say.
TV shows. In the movies, there's one version of Galactus for the entire multiverse. It's different for the comics. There's like a version of Galactus in every single universe in the comics.
Everything proceeded correctly my entire life until Thanos attacked our ship.
Just the same as there's versions of Thor and Loki in every single universe, there's versions of the
Every
Celestials
did
in
it,
every single
bro.
universe, there's versions of the cosmic entities in every single universe. But then we get that tag message that Thor and Loki will return in Avengers Doomsday, and another version of the countdown timer that we saw at the end of the Russo brothers teaser. There's going to be a version of this countdown timer behind every single one of the teasers, and they'll probably continue the theme next year with all the other different trailers. So each time they promote it with some new clip, the countdown timer will just change to be more accurate to how many days are left before the first showing of the movie happens worldwide. I know there's going to be a bunch of questions. What's been going on with Thor since the events of Thor Love and Thunder? What's been happening to Loki since the end of Loki season 2? We will do that. There was some other stuff that leaked out recently too. There was a whole on Avengers Doomsday X-Men theme music that just leaked, or it could just
Trash
be the
reaction.
general theme of the whole
We're
movie.
gonna keep it
But the
going
reason
now.
people thought that it was the X-Men theme from the movie is because it was
Shit.
so X-Men
Fucking swear,
coded
bro.
for the original X-Men 2000 movie. Like it was that theme song remixed with the Avengers theme. I can't actually put it in this video for copyright reasons, but if you've listened to that original X-Men theme, it's basically like that. They used a version of it during the Avengers Doomsday teaser for Chair Watch that the Russos released a little while ago. Imagine like a bigger version of that.
Bro.
As far as Marvel has said, since the events of Thor Love and Thunder, a couple years have gone by, not that long, but a couple years, and he and Love had just been going around the universe, helping races, fighting in smaller wars, pretty much exactly what you see at the end of Thor Love and Thunder. Like that's pretty much it. You know, very simple character, just loves going around and getting in fights. This time trying to actually help people, but still basically doing the same thing, just going around getting in fights all over the galaxy in the universe.
And fucking shit up.
Just because the leaked teaser has him saying that he wants to get back to his love, his actual adopted daughter, I think that means that she will not be in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars. You may be Secret Wars, there's always a small chance just because there's so many other characters are going to be in that aren't in Doomsday. But honestly, I would be totally fine if Marvel never brings that love character back. Like, if they want to recast the character with an older person many, many years down the road and bring her back, that'd be totally fine. But I don't think she's really that critical to the actual story that's happening during Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars. Like, you don't need the character.
Nah, she can stay at home.
This is mostly, especially the teaser, about bringing Loki and Thor together again, even though technically it's a different version of Loki that this Thor, the original Thor from the MCU, has not met because his Loki was killed by Thanos during Avengers Infinity War. Getting to the other question too, what happened to Loki after the end of Loki season 2 when he became the god of stories Loki and the custodian of the multiverse? A lot of people have asked since they revealed that they were going to be doing Avengers Doomsday and it would do a version of Time Runs Out and the incursions heading into Avengers Secret Wars. If Loki is so powerful and his whole job is protecting the multiverse, then what happens that causes the total collapse of the multiverse in Doctor Doom becoming God Emperor Doom? Why would Loki let that happen if he has the power to prevent something like that? Just imagine that Thor Ragnarok scene, just to call back to that joke. You had one job to do, protect the multiverse.
Just the one. Yeah, one job.
My early assumption is that it
Just
has
the one?
something to do with Franklin Richards' power,
I wanna
the
hear it.
power cosmic, Doctor Doom's magic and technology working in combination, and then becoming a version of God Emperor Doom from the comics, but obviously changing the comic book plot because I don't think they're going to do the Beyonders. Something to basically turn Doom into God Emperor Doom in the context of the movies that will make him more powerful than Loki and be able to do all these things that will lead to a version of Battleworld. Just because Loki now has control over time and space without the need for spells, special magic, or any technology like Doctor Doom would need, doesn't make him all powerful. He's just much more powerful than he was before. Probably the other biggest callback that people will be talking about heading into this too is who do you think, which character, Thor or Loki, will repeat the line, "The sun will shine on us again, brother"? Personally, I think that it would make more sense for Thor to be the person to say that to this Loki because this Loki never experienced the original version of that. He wasn't the one that actually said that. That Loki died. This is a different Loki that just saw that on playback inside the
He
TVA.
got tapped out
So like he
of
saw it
life.
happen, so like he's probably familiar with the line, like, oh, but he didn't experience it himself.
Yeah.
So just imagine Thor being reunited with him saying,
Which,
"The
I'm
sun
not gonna lie.
has shone on us again, brother, finally." Present tense, the sun is
My bad, Charlie. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Could you imagine being that Loki, like going outside your own multiverse, or I guess your verse, because multiverses. Anyways, and looking at like what would have happened if you didn't go outside your timeline. That's pretty much the difference between those two Lokis. That Loki ended up succeeding with that thing, and it wasn't supposed to happen with the what was it, the Tesseract or something, yeah, and going out because the TVA got him. He was like, "Hey, bro, no, you're not supposed to be doing that." But he then saw what happened if he didn't do that. The path, like the totality, like from then to literally the end. Mad crazy. Like, could you imagine seeing that? Like, knowing you got choked out by a purple, great, muscly raisin motherfucker on a quest to find the ultimate pimp glove so he can rule the world or banish half of it, however you want to say it. Bro, mad crazy. I couldn't. I'd be like, what the fuck, bro?
Is shining on them again. And probably the other biggest Thor thing going on in the next several years beyond Secret Wars is Chris Hemsworth teasing Thor 5. Kevin
Hmm?
Feige has also talked about it. It
Huh?
sounds like they're doing it again,
Huh?
and it'll be another Thor Ragnarok type of reimagining, rebooting, soft rebooting of the creative behind the
Oh,
character.
that'd be nice.
It kind of feels like the Russos
That's
are
like
using
that
Avengers,
smile get
Doomsday, and
me every
Secret
time.
Wars to do their own little soft reboot on the creative behind the character, too. In the way that Destin Daniel Cretton is using Spider Man Brand New Day to do that for the Hulk character, do like a
Mm.
creative reset for the Hulk, as well as a creative reset for the Spider Man Tom Holland character into his next trilogy as well. Marvel does stuff like this all the time. Thor Ragnarok is the best example of that, where it was like a soft reboot on the creative behind the character. Obviously, long
Yeet.
term didn't pan out well because Taika Waititi isn't coming back to do any more Thor movies now
He stole
for
that from
obvious
Raiden, by the
reasons.
way.
But
He
you get
stole
the
that move from
idea,
Raiden.
continuing with the same version of a character, but just doing a soft reset on the creative so that it feels like the beginning of a new era for that
You're done,
character, not just like the next fifth or sixth film in a
bro.
franchise. Everybody post all your reactions in the comments below. And if there's any Easter eggs or references that you spotted in the newer teasers that I didn't talk about in this video or my
They
previous
see that
videos,
video in the
just write
background.
them below in the comments. This is just the beginning, early days. We will probably see more stuff like this over the next couple of weeks. And if we're going to get those other 4 or 5 teasers or however many teasers they wind up releasing. Things have
We're gonna
gone
be there for
full
all of
meme
them.
with this whole Marvel rollout of all the teasers. We will see what they officially release online. Hopefully, they just put everything online eventually with nice shiny HD versions, even though it is fun to watch all the cam rips. Whatever winds up happening, of course, I will do all the videos for it in the next couple of weeks, so be sure to enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss any of that stuff. Everybody click here for all my Avengers Doomsday trailer videos, and click here for that Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
W Charlie, bro. This motherfucker, like if you, bro, you want your information, emergency awesome is your dude. Like, dude even got an interview with James Gunn. He did a few interviews before. I think I didn't see it. Or I might just be from a whole another multiverse and thinking of shit that happened there. But bro, I've been following him since I don't even know. I wish I can get the stats on that, like, and figure out how to, bro, goat it. That don't even matter. But yeah, so that's what's up. So we'll be live next week with it. I guess just consider this like a test reaction. Let me know what you thought, man. You know, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Until then, I hear that siren calling. The city needs me. Settle Hero. I'm out.